welcome to Heard It. I'm Kevin Sylvester. I'm excited about this new show because you are going to experience with me some of the sports personalities here in Buffalo in a relaxed setting. Get to know more about them and what they do and what makes them tick. Our first subject is a legend, and I don't use that term loosely. Sometimes we say somebody's a legend or something's legendary when it really isn't, but today's subject is a legend in college basketball. It's Bobby Hurley. Bobby Hurley is one of the greats of college basketball. You think of those Duke teams that won back-to-back national titles in 1991 and 92. He was the point guard that Mike Krzyzewski entrusted with the basketball and his legacy. And now Bobby Hurley starting his own legacy behind the bench as the head coach of the UB men's basketball team. Nothing wrong with that.
Pulled that one a little bit, huh? A little bit of pull.
Draw on this hole is good. I'm usually not nervous hitting golf shots, but I got to tell you, I'm intimidated.
The coach is watching right now.
Basketball great Bobby Hurley watching you hit a tee shot. I'm actually nervous.
Got to deliver. We get you out of the
See,
game.
he's already talking trash to me.
Pretty smooth.
Maybe I ought to have you here more often.
Split the fairway with that one. That was nice.
Best shot of the summer. All right, it's underway here.
Off.
How often do you get to play?
It's not very often. Last year I played once. We had
that's not often. That's all right. It's not going to kill you on this hole.
I like
That's like a turnover, when you're up by 20. It's not going to kill you.
I got the height on that one. It was really great, right?
See, I thought the weed whacker was going to bother you, but then I figured all the big games you played, in the arenas, the Final Fours, that's nothing, right?
Yeah, I zoned them out. I just tuned them out.
In all seriousness, do you hear that stuff?
I heard the noise, but it had very little impact on my shot.
Because I got to believe when you're in that arena of play, you're aware that the crowd is there and such. I mean, when people think of Bobby Hurley, they think of the Duke years, the Final Fours. I just wonder what it's like to have that crowd there, those moments, and were you aware of them or not?
I got rattled early my freshman year. I wasn't used to that at all. Playing on the road, I was targeted because I was the point guard and I was young, and they tried to get into me and get me off my game that way. But once I got used to playing in those environments, it became the most satisfying thing to do is to hear that the whole game, and then at the very end, just you're winning, and then it becomes dead silent. And so playing on the road was always, to me, even though Cameron Indoor Stadium was a tremendous place to play, I always loved the challenge of playing against good teams on the road.
This club makes little sense in this hole.
You got to go for it, right?
Yeah, it's tough though. That pin's deceiving. There's a big false front.
Good ball. Straight as an arrow.
All right, Bobby Hurley, 125. Third shot, first hole. Nice draw. If it hops up and stays, may have gone
this is
just
a screamer,
on the back.
Right? A little bit of a screamer there.
Well, but I think the rough held it up there. You'll have a slight chip. You can still make par, right?
I still want to be in the sand right now. That's not.
Well, I don't think you are.
No?
I don't think you are. I think it stayed out. Everybody watching this who plays golf, they think, oh yeah, I should have done this in that shot. Do you find in basketball, like when you pull up for a jumper, and you're like, well, wait a second, what happened there?
Yeah.
Totally mechanically off, or
I have no feel for my golf swing like I do with my jump shot. I think it does always come down to repetition and doing things the right way every time. Mechanically with my jump shot, and we talk to our players about getting a lot of shots up, but practicing it the right way, the right technique, repeating it over and over again. Don't be bored with repeating it, because that's how you become good at it. With my golf swing, like from shot to shot, it changes, so I have no idea what's coming.
To be in the bunker in 2 on this hole, all good. I just wanted to get that out in the green. That is not a great shot. That is not a great shot.
Sloping too, it's running away.
Look at that, huh? Wow.
Ah.
Oh, that's going to end up right next to mine. Look at that. Wow. That seems unfair, doesn't
I
it?
never would have predicted that's where it would end up.
Whew.
It's got a break to the left, right, you would think?
Yeah, I think it's uphill, going to go to the left. That's a good putt.
Get going.
That's a real good putt. Just off here.
Get
Go
going.
in,
Go.
go in.
Nice.
All right.
Well done.
Thanks. One-handers always go in, especially on television.
Should be like a layup here, right?
At least a runner in the lane or something. Free throw, right, to tie a game. It's making a putt on television, right?
I didn't leave it short, at least, so I gave it a run.
Look at that. He's got less than 10 feet for birdie. If you're seated in row 5, seat 4, you're a winner. Come on down.
Since 1997, Dunn Tire's exclusive lowest out-the-door pricing has been the most straightforward and comprehensive way to buy tires. But it can be hard to remember exactly what's included with each tire, so we created the Dunn Dozen, an easy-to-remember list of the 12 products and services we include with every tire we sell. It's worry-free tire buying and the best value in the business. Dunn Tire, service you deserve, professionals you trust.
Invest in excellence. Invest in us.
Invest in championships. Invest in us.
Invest in the future. Invest in us.
It takes resources to recruit, to train, to succeed. It takes resources to win championships. Invest in us. There's work to be done.
Coach K said when it came recruiting time, there were 2 elite point guards in the country. There was Bobby Hurley and Kenny Anderson. They didn't even bother with Kenny Anderson, not because he wasn't great. He ended up going to Georgia Tech in the ACC, but they wanted Bobby Hurley because he felt you were the fit to go with that group.
Yeah, I mean, Coach, I think he saw in me a lot of the qualities he had as a player, and he had the same kind of background as I did, growing up in the city, and I had that toughness about me, and it's an important position that you want to have a guy that could lead and that could, you know, really be tough and take care of the ball and be an extension of the coach. And I think he felt, you know, that connection with me, and that's why, you know, part of the reason we had such a great run.
All right, well, we'll have you tee off here on the second hole here at Lockport Country Club. Look at that. I mean, only Bobby Hurley hits that shot.
That's how I drew it up.
Yeah, how you drew it up, you got a putt for bird. That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
And that's caught on film. That is...
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, is that what?
I think often it's better to be lucky than good, but you gotta be pretty good to be lucky, I think. Look at that, he's got less than 10 feet for birdie. Hit a draw that didn't draw.
Nice
All right,
shot.
go in, make it interesting. All right.
Big time.
Got it close. Should save par with that. Well, I got to put the pressure on you to make the putt worth something. I think your caddy says go right at that. Get in there. Look at that.
Bang, bang.
Look at that. Well done with the bird. I'm going to putt with my wedge because it's that close, and I've already lost the hole. Look at that. All right.
Good par.
This will be in the show when you make a birdie on there. Why we shouldn't be surprised. So a friend said to me when I told him that I was going to be playing golf with Bobby Hurley and interviewing him for the show, he said, Bobby Hurley? Like, what's he doing in Buffalo? What are you doing in Buffalo? What are you doing as head coach at UB?
initially for me, it was just getting to know the guys and wanting to start developing relationships with the players and having them feel comfortable with me. And along with that, it was beginning recruiting and putting our stamp on the program. And the guys have been receptive to how I've been coaching and my style. And you know, I think they like the fact that I played at a high level and that I've been a successful assistant coach for 3 years and helping build 2 programs. So I'm ready for this challenge. I've enjoyed my time here. The people have been great, and you know, I think it has all the ingredients that I'm looking for in order to build a program.
You know, you said something there that, you know, there are critics everywhere, right? And they hear, well, he's only been assistant for 3 years. Does that enter into your brain at all? Do you just say, you know, do you brush it off? Because there are guys who've been assistant for 20 years that don't get a shot at a head coaching job. How do you address that?
I think my body of work, my whole career has prepared me to be a head coach. I think it was necessary for me to be an assistant for 3 years, to learn all the areas of the program in order to build it, the academics, the scheduling, recruiting, you know, all the things that you need to know to run a program. And I worked so closely with my brother as the associate head coach, so I had my hand in just about every one of those areas. Me on the court, I was never concerned about that, and I think that's why you see guys like Jason Kidd get hired right from when he hangs them up, because he was a point guard and he thought the game, and you know, I look at myself in a similar way.
Well, it's not as if you didn't have a role model in your father, right? What was he like as a coach, and was it different than your father was as a dad?
It was always harder for me to make the distinction in the father-son relationship, father-coach. You know, as a son, you can't understand why your dad is hard on you, why he's yelling at you, why you know, things aren't good enough for him, and you take that personally as a young person. So I think it was more about my immaturity and not being able to handle that great all the time. But it really prepared me to do what I ended up doing at the college level and making, you know, putting me in a position to fulfill my dream, getting to the NBA and having a chance to play just from all the time my dad invested in me, and learning to practice the right things and to, you know, develop toughness and all the things that I needed.
Hey, this is the good part on Hurley. Was Coach K tough? Is he a tough coach?
A ton of fire and passion too in practice. You know, he would do the loose ball drill. He would roll it out and dive on it.
Wow.
There's that little craziness about him.
Yeah.
To conquer the challenge takes courage. I will hold on.
I will reach my intended destination. I will sack the quarterback.
I see the flames, and I will run through the fire. I will make the first down.
I will lead by example every snap, every day. I will make the throw.
We are UB football.
Since 1997, Dunn Tire's exclusive lowest out-the-door pricing has been the most straightforward and comprehensive way to buy tires. But it can be hard to remember exactly what's included with each tire, so we created the Dunn Dozen, an easy-to-remember list of the 12 products and services we include with every tire we sell. It's worry-free tire buying and the best value in the business. Dunn Tire, service you deserve, professionals you trust.
Bobby Hurley's pro career seemed like a can't miss. Of course, most know about the accident his rookie season where he had severe injuries and another knee injury later on that perhaps ended his career. In the end, though, perhaps he's where he belongs, on the sidelines as a coach, just like his dad. The first thing when they Google Bobby Hurley, they'll see the accident. And I know it's so long ago. How big of a part of your life was that? Do you even think about it now?
Well, it's amazing because it just changes your whole path in life. You know, when things like that happened, there's no preparation for it. You're now in a whole different set of circumstances, and I basically was fighting for my life. I think you know, I was very fortunate to have things work in my favor and have great doctors and people to take care of me. And you know, I always accepted challenges as a player. So for me, it was a new challenge to face that kind of adversity. And my goal was to put myself back together as best as possible and get back out on the floor doing the thing that I love. And you know, I was lucky enough to be able to do that.
Did you talk to Coach K before you took the job at UB?
Yeah, I mean, after I spoke with Danny White on the phone, I spoke with Coach, and he thought it was a great situation for me. He knew what I was doing at Rhode Island and the potential there for success, and that was on my mind, considering I know the players we recruited there and what this year was going to be like for them, and you want to kind of enjoy the success that you know is coming. But you know, it's a great opportunity, great place, and he actually took time out preparing for the NCAA tournament to call me and talk about the job. And you know, he's always been a great resource and a great guy to speak with.
So he didn't have anything bad to say about Buffalo, because his visit here back in the tournament was not a good one.
No.
It's not a one and out,
yeah.
The VCU game.
Yeah, true, and we didn't go into detail about that, but
good.
Yeah, but we did come back here and play Christian Laettner's senior year, so we had a good experience that time. So
I was actually at that game. I went to that game with my uncle, I mentioned before, a huge Duke fan.
Yeah.
And we didn't go to see you, I'm sorry. We went to see Christian Laettner, as everybody in Buffalo did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, at the Odd, yeah.
He was so, I remember, you know, the days leading up to that game, how excited he was to come back home and how proud he was of the area. And you know, he had all the spots lined up to take us to get the wings.
The wings,
and everything,
yeah.
You know, so it was pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yep.
See, we had a good tee shot here.
Yeah, birdie leads the way, right?
Yeah. Smoked. That's going to be all right.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Right side of the fairway. Great shot.
Thanks.
Was Coach K tough? Is he a tough coach?
He was really demanding in film and in practice, but terrific on the sideline, just really a source of confidence. He had such a good presence about him that you felt like you could go out there and play your game, and he didn't try and coach every dribble or every pass. He trusted us that we'd go out there and make, you know, good decisions and good plays, but he could really get after you behind closed doors. And,
well, Bob Knight disciple, right? So you figure he's got to have a little fire in him.
Yeah, a ton of fire and passion too in practice. You know, he would do the loose ball drill if we weren't getting the 50-50 balls. He would roll it out and dive on it, and I mean,
wow.
he has that little craziness about him.
Yeah.
That guys, you know, say, wow, he's you know, he's getting after it. We need to turn it up.
So now, are you going to do that?
I like to be active and I stay fit, and I think it's a great way to get a better feel for your players, is to in some way connect with them by doing some stuff on the floor. I can still move pretty well, so I'll get out there and do some stuff.
All right. Well, you hit a golf ball pretty well for a guy who doesn't play golf much at all. I can't see the ball by the pin, but I know he's sitting right next to it. That's all right. Get back there.
It's all over it. Get up.
Yeah, if it released back there, it's okay. I don't think it did, though.
Putting though.
Putting is always good in this game, yes.
Ooh.
Ooh, left yourself some, well, not as much meat as I left myself
meat
here.
On the bone, right?
See, that's bad. See, I put it the same place as you. You were part of the college all-star team that played against the Dream Team.
Yeah.
In the pre-camp and beat the Dream Team, although no one really talks about that game.
It was the best experience of my life in basketball, you know, playing. It was a week against all my idols and Hall of Famers and legends of the game, and it elevated my game to a place that I don't think it's ever been. You know, even for that short period of time, playing against that type of talent and those players got me to the highest level as a player, and I had some great moments that week. I'll leave it at that. I'm going to be real diplomatic about it. But to play against Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan and those guys is just an amazing experience for me.
It's got to feel good, though, to know that, I mean, the Hall of Famers, the all-time great, some of the all-time great players left impressed with you.
Yeah.
From that.
that was when I read some of the articles. I mean, I thought I had a good week at times, or other times that I was just fighting for my life against these guys. But you know, I had some terrific moments, as did some of my other teammates, and beating those guys the first day was the biggest shock that we all experienced. And Michael Jordan did play a lot that game, by the way. That's Coach K. I don't know where he was coming from with saying that you know, MJ didn't play and that's why we won. But I'll leave that alone too. But it was terrific having those moments, having those experiences. I'll always remember.
You've seen Bobby Hurley on the show today. Now see him and the UB Bulls men's basketball team. Get your tickets at 1-877-UB-THERE. My final chance to try and make a birdie here. Impress Bobby, though he's got an easier putt for birdie than I do.
Since 1997, Dunn Tire's exclusive lowest out-the-door pricing has been the most straightforward and comprehensive way to buy tires. But it can be hard to remember exactly what's included with each tire, so we created the Dunn Dozen, an easy-to-remember list of the 12 products and services we include with every tire we sell. It's worry-free tire buying and the best value in the business. Dunn Tire, service you deserve, professionals you trust.
Invest in excellence. Invest in us.
Invest in championships. Invest in us.
Invest in the future. Invest in us.
It takes resources to recruit, to train, to succeed. It takes resources to win championships. Invest in us. There's work to be done.
Are you already envisioning that first game, being on the sidelines, having that speech with your team, even on the first practice? Have you envisioned all that already?
Well, I mean, I think just, again, everything I've been exposed to, I found myself last year in messaging points with the team, and times that my brother was delivering comments to the team, I felt like I was thinking the same way or the same things, and I thought it was on point. So I knew that that I'd be ready to be in a position when I get on the sideline to be in the zone, to be able to say the things that need to be said throughout a game, because that is kind of second nature. You know, it's going to be my job to motivate the guys in practice to try and get the most out of them, so that the challenges that they face in practice are harder than the circumstances they'll get in the game. And if we consistently do that as a coaching staff and coach them well, the guys will come together and play together and play hard. And you know, if you do all those things, you give yourself a chance to win a lot of games.
How excited are you? I mean, the court's new, you know, the new look. I mean, it looks slick, Alumni Arena, and you have some returning players that are excellent ball players. I'm sure all those things factored in making the decision to accept the position. How excited are you about the potential of your first year in this team?
Well, anytime you take over a program, and we've been involved in 2 rebuilding situations the last 3 years, you get excited about recruiting players and bringing players into a program. When I got here, I was excited with the players that are in the program and really want to have an opportunity to work with them, develop them, and coach them at the highest level that I can this year. I want to give all our seniors the best experience that they could have. I want to expect to win games. I want that to be the mindset of our team, and this is, you know, building a program. That's a part of a new coaching staff, but giving them my best this year and having our players realize for our seniors this is their last opportunity, so let's make the most of it.
My final chance to try and make a birdie here. Impress Bobby, though he's got an easier putt for birdie than I do. Come on. Ah. All right, this is, you know, go out with a bang here.
I have a good feeling about this one.
Of course he's got a good feel. Oh! Well, that's all right. Fitting in. Hey, Bobby, thanks so much.
That was awesome. I had a
great
time.
I enjoyed it. And best of luck this year at UB.
Thanks
and
so much.
For years to come.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We're going to get it going.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our time with Bobby Hurley. I certainly did. And I have to tell you, several times I had to say to myself, is this really Bobby Hurley? That's how much I admired Bobby Hurley when he was in college with the Duke Blue Devils. And now we get a chance to watch him work the sidelines at the University of Buffalo. An easy guy to root for, and I bet his players will embrace what he has to teach them. Thanks for watching this edition of Heard It. We'll see you next time.